Okay, part 2. I'm trying to get these down to half an hour. I really am, but I know it's been a few weeks. My last piece of haul, A Savior's Praise, Shakespeare's Peddler, and I actually had the opportunity of meeting Chris, the model stitcher, yesterday, and she stitched this piece. She said she really had a lot of fun. This piece is mostly, well, it's anchor. I have had really poor experience with anchor, so I'm going to use DMC, and it calls for 4 weeks dye works. But yeah, this one you've seen. I know Holly, I think Holly bought this one. I'm not sure about Anita. Several floss tubers have shown this, and several floss tubers have started this. I know Blitz Stitches started this one, probably Smothers. But I'm not a huge sampler person, but I love the colors in this, and I love this border. How it's not a typical border. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's like a bunch of little motifs and stuff in here. And yeah, there's the alphabet, but that's not going to bother me. But I really like that. And I'm toying with the idea of actually stitching on 40 count, which still scares me, I will be honest, but that's what I'm looking at getting. FFOs, I want to show some FFOs. So let me move some of this out of the way. Now, a few months ago I showed some FFOs, and I thought, oh, I'm missing one. No, and I counted, and I go upstairs and hanging on the wall is an FFO, and I've been meaning to grab it and show it in the video, but I think this is very appropriate to show right now, because she was in the Just Cross Stitch magazine April 2016. She was also a free download at some point in time on the Just Cross Stitch magazine website, and now they've released her as a separate chart. This is Queen Anne's Lace by Nora Corbett. This is stitched as charted, well, pretty close. I don't like the symbol they used in the wings for this metallic pink or her tights. It's the same color, but the symbol they used, it's a little hard to see on the fractional stitches, and then some of the back stitching is a little harder to see, so I made a best guess. This is stitched on 32 count Jovelin, Georgia Peach Fabrics by LJ. This frame I found at Savers. It's a secondhand store. The proceeds go to the Epilepsy Foundation, Minnesota. And this kind of dustiness, aside from that, yes, my house is dusty, that's kind of the look. It's kind of, I thought I would spray paint it something, and then I laid it on this piece just to see if it would fit. And in quilting, quilters often use sashing and borders to give your eye a place to rest. So you look at the design and then you have a place to rest. And I think this frame does that for this piece. It gives your eye a place to rest from the bright colored fabric and the bright colors in the whole piece. So I thought this would be appropriate to show now because it was recently re-released as a separate chart. But again, if it Just Cross Stitch magazine, April 2016, I don't think it's available as a free download. I have not checked, but I doubt it is anymore. So there's mine. And yes, I am still working on her sister, getting her FFO'd, because I am really nervous about fully finishing her because of what my idea is. I'm worried that I'm going to have to restitch it because I'll ruin it. I need to just do it. Just get it done, Diane. My mom has recently gotten into quilting, and so when they came out, because my parents and my in-laws both came out for the open house, we went to some quilt shops. And she does a lot of quilting for charity, for neonatal units, and a children's home, and I thought there was another one. Those charities require a certain range of the size of the quilts. And so she was able, we went to 3 different stores, one I had never been to before myself, and found some good stuff. And she found some stuff that would be a good size for these charities. But she stitched this for my middle daughter. This is Frog Princess by Mirabilia. She gave it to her last October, and she is stitched as charted, And doesn't this piece look so much better than the picture on the packaging? I am not sure the fabric. I think it is Stormy Skies or Winter Whisper, but I'm not sure on the exact fabric. But it was stitched by her as charted. I know somebody was working on this in a green, all green. But I think she's just beautiful. So I wanted to show that. So my mom stitched that. I did not stitch that. And for my youngest daughter, she's already stitched Sabrina. Yeah, the white and black dress. I think that's Sabrina. For my eldest daughter. And this is for my youngest daughter. Roses of Provence, or Provenance. I think this is just an antique white fabric. Pretty sure it could be 28. It's either 28 or 32. I'm pretty sure it's 28. But our youngest daughter's middle name is Rose, so it was a very appropriate piece. And this is just beautiful. All the details in this one are just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, that skirt goes on forever and ever, as Teresa Little Stitcher has told us. I have another FFO, and if you watched my video, you saw it, but I thought I'd show it again in case you missed that one. This is Bella Vita, or Bella Koi as I call her, because I changed all the colors. And I brought this to stitching yesterday, and I had the lights on. It was really nice to test how long the lights could be on, and this doesn't get hot, so these lights are really good. But there she is. She's stitched in silks and petite treasure braid. I do talk about it in that video, what I did, because she's not, you can see that she's not, I didn't permanently fix her to this piece of foam core, but I painted the back and the sides, and Nayla and a couple of other ladies said it kind of feels that way. She's like floating in water. So I wanted to show that again. And yes, I have her up on my hutch where my kids can't get her. So I found the I don't know what it's called, if it's called a terrarium or what it's called, at Hobby Lobby. They had it. I always look at that section, and they had that one, and I was like, that was perfect, because I bought one before and it was too small. One more thing I want to show. My middle daughter stitches. She's not comfortable coming on camera, which is fine, but I'm going to do a mom brag, because she finished it in March. This one, Snowdrops by Ink Circles. She liked the purple it stitched on, which this one is Whimsy Linen by Picture This Plus. And she found 32 count Jewel by Picture This Plus. And here is her finish. Isn't that pretty? That is just gorgeous. And it's all DMC. It's just gorgeous. And so then when we went to stitching last month, I bought her this pattern, Lichen, also by Ink Circles. These are the same size patterns, because she has enough fabric to stitch Lichen on here. And that one they talk about using different colorways, so I told her, what if you pulled colors from here and stitched Lichen, so then she'll have a set. And that's what she plans on doing. But I think it just looks absolutely beautiful. And then we picked up this one last month, Reflections of New Orleans. I think this one's a little bit bigger than those. And she picked 28 count Phoenix by Picture This Plus. And when we went there yesterday, she picked up Reflections of Paris. She didn't give me the fabric she's going to stitch this one on. I think it's Masquerade by Picture This Plus. And I think she's going to use a teal color, just just a solid color fiber on the fabric, so the fabric does the talking. But this is where she's at on Reflections of New Orleans. I cannot remember. She's using a wildflower, but I don't remember the color name. And this is where she's at. Isn't that pretty? A variegation in there. So she has a variegated thread on a fabric that reads solid from a distance. I mean, there's some variegation in there, but it reads solid from a different distance. The Masquerade, the fabric is multicolor, so she's having a solid color for that one. And this one, I think she's all the way to the bottom, so she will have a whole half, or excuse me, technically a fat eighth, to do another piece on whenever she's ready for it. And then this is the piece she brought yesterday. I need to take off her pattern here for just a minute. I don't want to break copyright or anything. A needle-minder I made her because her name begins with an E. She is stitching Mini Amethyst, Heaven and Earth design. The artist's name is Rachel Anderson. This is 18 count Ada. And I bought it for her birthday a couple years ago, and here's where she's at. Yeah, she's 16. She kind of puts me to shame considering I am nowhere near this far on any of my Hades. She is over halfway. I think when I asked her yesterday, she figured she had 3 whole pages, and then she had partial pages and partial pages. Or did she have 3 whole pages here and partial pages? So she's definitely over halfway. But isn't that just gorgeous? It's Mini Amethyst, her birthstone. So if you think you cannot do a Hade, a 16-year-old just told you otherwise. 2 strands is what she's using. She does like doing in columns, and you can see the columns a little bit. But I think once we wash it and press it and frame it, you will never see those. Because her tension is so even. So yeah, I thought I would show y'all. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a giveaway now. I'm going to have 3 things to give away. What am I going to give away? Where'd that one go? I have, these are all by Joan Elliott, the Flower of the Month Angels. So I have December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. I have September and October also. Let me see. Poppy is June. No, sorry. Poppy is August. And Morning Glory is September. And Calendula is October. I do not have November. I'm not sure why. These come from the Cross Stitcher magazine, which I believe is no longer in print. I ripped out the pages because I was clearing, and I just, these are the only patterns I wanted in those magazines. I have no idea why I don't have November. But nothing on these angels says the month. So these are 11 patterns that I'm going to give away. They're all by Joan Elliott. Also by Joan Elliott. Oops, that's December. Make sure that gets in the right package. I will make sure it's in the right package. I also am going to give away this series. She had these series of angels. Christmas Angel, Angel of Love, Spring Angel, Angel of Night, Summer Angel, and Autumn Angel. And I believe I have all of them. There's Autumn, Christmas, Angel of Love, which, look, they stitched it on black. Isn't that just gorgeous? Spring Angel, Summer Angel, and Angel of Night. So yes, I have all 6 of them. And in that set, I'm also going to include the Angel of Cross Stitch. This This is also by Joan Elliott. This is the one that has 391 colors. I know she updated it for 400 and some. This has 391. So package number 2. Package number 3 are Angels. This is a monthly series by Curtis Boehringer. This does call for DMC flower thread, but you can use just whatever you want. They are Barefoot Angels of the Month. And there's January. I don't have any pictures, I'm sorry, but if you get it from that, more power to you. But I have all 12 months, and so I will send these to people. What do you have to do? Please subscribe, be a subscriber, be over 18 or have permission to receive something in the mail. I will ship wherever. You need to answer the question. Oh, no giveaway, win a prize, anything like that, I'll delete your comment. You answer the question, what is your favorite flower? Because one of these is flower of the month. What is your favorite flower? My favorite is Alstroemeria, particularly the lilac or the burgundy ones. But what is your favorite flower? And if you don't have a specific favorite, say one that you really like. If you just say that, then I'll enter you for all 3 drawings. If you want a specific series or specific one, again, number 1 is the Flowers of the Month Angel. Then say Flower Angel, if you would like just this series to be entered for that. If you want to be entered just for the Seasonal Angels, say Seasonal Angel. And if you want to be for this series, say Barefoot. Okay? And then I'll do the drawing for my next update video in 2-3 weeks, whenever it is. And I am going to let you all go. Love to you all. I'm enjoying your videos, your Stitch Mania updates. I so appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. And I'm trying to get them shorter. I'm trying. But love to you all. This is a wonderful community. I'm very blessed to be part of it. So I will talk to you all later.